Hey everyone, I received a lot of questions about how to use my digital images at Our Creative Dreams. Now, you may have remembered that I still am closing my digital store, ourcreativedreams.com, that has tons of digital images that you can use. So if you go to ourcreativedreams.com, there's over 1,200 images that you can use for scenes, overlays, things like that. We closed our store and then I received a million emails to please open it back up. So I opened it back up for 48 hours. Then I started receiving messages of how to use some of these images. Now, I do teach a ton of how to use these images. We have a ton of videos on the AIcreativecollective.com. So if you're not a member of that, I highly recommend you join us, because once you join us, if you go into the members area and go into AI Creative, you will see tons and tons of lessons. When I first started this 18 months ago, we had challenges every week. And then in the challenges, I would do, well, you can't see it because it's locked. I would do a sample video and a tutorial. Then we did Creative Season 2, skies, maternity editing, florals, wreaths, dream catchers, changing regions, overlays, swings, chairs, arches, eggs. Then I started the AI newborn series that I'm still working on. Now, there is a gallery, a library, if you will, and this library has over 800 images already. So if you're already a member, you don't need to buy additional images. The ourcreativedreams.com has 1,200 images because it includes images from my personal library. So a lot of the AI students noticed that some of these images weren't in the AI site, so they did buy this so they could get all of the images. I am closing this store in one more day because I don't want to keep doing this, because in my personal library, I really have like 5,000 images and it's growing by the day. And it's just a lot to maintain this. So this store is going to be closing. If you missed it, just grab it, because in another day, we're going to close it again. And then you can go to the AI Creative Collective, where I'm constantly adding new things. So we're going to be adding more and more images and more videos. I mean, it's only been 18 months and I already have, 25, 30 videos already in here, and I'll be adding more. Last Christmas, I did this whole little wreath mini course. That's one of my favorites because I just fell in love with some of these images for Christmas. That's included. And then I created this whole other one about how to create your own backdrops. So how to print and create your own backdrop. So if you're interested in AI at all, I highly suggest looking into it. I still think AI is getting a really bad name. I use it in a very simple manner. To me, it's not meant to take over my work, but enhance it. I did create a guide of over 50 examples that you can see, and it's free, and see how many ways that I've used it. It could be maternity, newborn, children, family. You're just as simple as creating your own skies. That's why I love it, because I don't want my images to look like everybody else. And with AI, you can make it different. Now, in the AI Creative Collective, I show you how to use Discord. I just pulled this image, a big flower in bloom, dark blush, fill the frame, photorealistic. I did aspect ratio of 16:9. Now, I'm going to show you how to do a simple overlay with a maternity image. I love LSP actions. I think it's the easiest way to add overlays. So I'm going to show you a very quick, easy, light and dark example, okay? So in here, I'm using the LSP Overlay Applicator Action Pack, okay? Pay attention to this action, because inside she has add an overlay to light or normal to mid-tone background. So I'm going to use the normal to mid-tone background because it's darker, and I'm going to hit play. Once I do that, it's going to pop up to place my embedded image. Now, this is the image that I just created in Discord. What I love about Discord is I can give you this exact same prompt, and you can go in and do it in your Discord, and we'll get two completely different results. This is why I love AI, because no two images will ever be the same. And this is why I can teach this 1,000 times again, because we'll never create the same image. And I'm all about doing different things. Okay. So I've already downloaded this. I've already upscaled it. I do use Topaz Photo AI for the purpose of this tutorial. I just upscaled it in Discord. If you know nothing about Discord, I didn't know anything about Discord 18 months ago either. Once you go through the setup, You will become addicted. You can add it to your phone. You can, months will go by and you'll have your own zillion-dollar image library. I promise you, everybody that I've taught and has followed my tutorials is super, super happy. So I highly recommend you set aside time to dive into it. Now, I'm going to pick that image and I'm just going to hit place, okay? Now, you've got to pay attention to light. In this image, the light is coming over here, but in my image, the light is coming here. So I'm just going to flip this image because I want to match the direction of the light. So I'm just going to flip it. Very simple. Now I'm going to scale it right over my image, and I'm just going to scale it to as big or little, as I want. And once I do that, I can drag it. I'm going to double click, and look at how easy this is. See how easy that was? I don't have to do, let's look at that closer. I don't have to fill in, move anything, the hair. I'll kind of fix that thing sticking out, but I could have fixed that thing sticking out before. And then I can come in here and fix down in here and kind of work down in that transparent area. But I think what I should have did even before I do that is I should have probably fixed those little things first. And so now I'm just seeing them. And so I'm going to just do that one more time. I'll just come in here and I'm just going to come in and let me just fix this little thing sticking out because we don't need it. Excuse my cough. All right, so we'll just clean that up there. And then there's a lot of this excess material that I think is not doing anybody any good. I'm just going to use Liquify and just bring this in a little bit. So you should have your image ready to go before you do the overlay, but I was so excited about teaching you that I did not come in here and just clean this up a little bit, just using Liquify to just pull this in. Now, if editing is not your strong suite, I do have a monthly editing Zoom. You could take a look at it. It's on AnnaBrandtEducation.com, and we go over all of this editing in my Zoom class, and I also have editing courses at Belly Baby School. I know that a lot of people really struggle with editing, and you know, I'm not perfect at it. I struggle too, but I'm happy to show you kind of what I've learned over the years. We'll just fix her bum a little bit. And you can join my Zoom and it'll ask questions. I'm also going to just pull her hair out a little bit, make it a little fuller. Okay, so now I'm pretty happy with that. It looks much better. It was kind of a mess before. So let's do that again. Let's go over to Actions, do Apply, Floral Overlay. Let me find that floral. Come in here. Let's do Transform, Flip Horizontal. Let's scale it. I love that. Of course, it gave me an error because let's do that again. Play. Oh my goodness. Let's start again. Here we go. All right, so let's go back. Okay, play. I think I just had layers and here we go. So play. Okay, find it. Here we go. We'll drag it where we want. Edit, transform, flip horizontal. I think that's good. Double click. Beautiful. And look how simple and pretty that is. And then I can kind of come down in here and blend if I want to. I think I kind of want to cut off her undies, to be honest with you. So we're going to flatten that because I like it. But before I flatten that, what I love about Lauren's Actions is we can come down here and we can reduce the opacity. Okay, so we can adjust how we want that. So then I'm going to come in here and flatten it. I'm going to crop it up a little bit because I think the panties looks a tiny bit weird. And then I can come in here and I can just do a little cloning to just kind of blend that in a little bit. What I could also do is I could just come in here and just pull that down and do generative fill. and see if that blends that in a little bit. Her undies are bugging me, so I think I'm going to pull these undies down a little bit more and just fine tune this. So there's so many great ways that you can add AI into your imagery without making it look too fake or without copying somebody else. That's what I love about AI is so many times people are worried that it's going to look fake or make their image look like everybody else, and I just completely disagree. All right, so let's just kind of fix this a little bit. In here, I'm going to come down here, and I'm just going to come in here and just use liquify again. The challenge with liquify sometimes is it's just all of a sudden your brush will just be super weird. So let's try that again. There we go. Here. And I'll just clone that back part. And then I think, you know what? Sometimes generative fill will take away the underwear. Let's see. Let's see if it'll do that. So a lot of times when we're talking AI, people think that we're talking about generative fill in Photoshop. And sometimes it's, well, no, when I'm teaching AI, I'm teaching it using Discord, but I love generative fill too. Sometimes it works great and other times it's lost its living mind. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, I'm happy with that. That did a really good job there. Really good. Okay, so let's just fine tune this. I'm going to show you another way. Oops, let's flatten that. And then I'm going to show you one other way to do an overlay. Also, I'm just going to jump in here, back to Lauren. I love her maternity retouch. I'm just going to hit portrait skin and I'm going to smooth this a little bit. Look at how beautiful that does it. Her face is already done, but I just love how that does it. And then I'm going to come down here and I'm just going to do a little vignette and just darken that a little bit back there. If you don't know LSP, oh my gosh, highly, highly, highly recommend it. And then if I want to come down here and just smooth this a little bit more, then let's come in here. Where am I going? Oh, goodness. All right, I'll just use the smudge. I'll make it a much bigger brush. No. Let's take that strength way down. Let's make the brush way bigger and this hardness way softer. Oh my goodness. There we go. That's what I love about the smudge. And there you go. A very simple, pretty way to use AI in your imagery. Okay, so let's do another one. Let's come over here. This is very high key, right? So I can come back in here and I could go to floral applicator she has, or I could go back into that overlay. We're going to go for the simplicity sec. We're going to go back into that overlay. Okay, and then what I want to do is come down here and I want to use to a light white background. Hit play. And now I'm going to come and let's go back to flowers. Floral, let's see. I did just add another image, so let me come into flowers and let's see what I have here. Oh, I think that's super pretty. I use that for something else, but I can do it again. Let's see. Or that's pretty. Oh, let's try this one. Hit play. I'm going to stretch it out a little bit. Double click. And then that looks way too fake, right? So now I'm going to come in here to layers and I'm just going to turn the opacity way down. So it's just a hint of an overlay. Isn't that pretty? So it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It can be just something where you're just adding a tiny bit of touch to your image. Okay, and if we don't like it, we just come over here, we take the layers out. Let's just delete that and be like, okay, we don't love it. So let's add a different one. So same thing, apply. And I'm going to go into floral. Let's pick something a little softer. This is always the hardest part, right? Is finding, let's try that. Scale it, double click it. And then come over here to layers. And it's softer. It's pretty. And then let's do one more. So now we're going to come over to this image. Okay. And I did pick some other images in Discord. I just created these where it has just kind of wispy flowers. And so I think I really like this. I can pick that one too. And then come down here. I can upscale it. And let's see, sometimes if you don't like the variation, you can just ask them to do it again and see what it comes up with. Change the variation. And then it's thinking. Okay, so these are now giving me new options based on my description. We'll look at those really quick. See, once you get Discord set up, it's super easy. I really like this one, but I like this one too. And I can't really decide. So we're going to save this image, and I'm going to go ahead and put it in floral. And I'm going to come here, and I'm going to do apply to light white background and hit play. Let's come into floral. Let's find that image that I just did. Double click it, stretch it. And I kind of like this because I think I want it more on the bottom of the image. So I'm going to make it nice and big and stretch it out. And then just make it nice and soft. And I think I like that. That way it's not taking over the whole image. Okay, and then I can just do select subject over here. Sometimes with the whites it's really tricky, so I'm just going to select all this and just take that floral off. Just erase it off. Take my opacity higher. There we go. Of course, those things are bugging me, so I'll probably take those off. But see how pretty and soft that is? And so it's just something so simple that you can do, and it just adds to an image. And it doesn't need to be anything crazy. You can literally start with doing these kinds of simple things in AI. And that way, let's try generative fill instead of our clone and see what it does. And that way you can start out very basic and simple. Now, some of my students, they're creating their own backdrops. Some of them have opened up Etsy stores and they're selling their own digitals. Some of them are documenting their prompts and writing blog posts about it. And so there's so much you can do. So if you're somebody that you want to stand out from the crowd, if you're somebody who feels like competition is closing in and everybody in your area is doing the same thing, then this is the time. This is the time to step it up, because think of what's going to happen during Christmas. There's so much potential that you can do to separate yourself from the crowd. Last year for Christmas, I created my own backdrops and had them printed, and we created 2D and 3D walls, and it was fantastic. This is why I love AI. Hopefully this tutorial gives you a tiny glimpse into AI. There's a special little coupon for you if you want to join our collective. And yeah, hopefully this gives you some tips, and check it out. I'll see you in the inside.